You are not lazy. You are comfortable. And comfort is doing something to you that laziness never could. Laziness is visible. You can see it. You can fight it. You can name it and decide to stop. Comfort is invisible. It wraps itself around your life so slowly, so pleasantly, that by the time you notice it, you have already lost something you cannot immediately name. Your edge. Not your ability to work hard when you have to. Your ability to want to. The drive that used to wake you up before the alarm. The hunger that used to make ordinary obstacles feel like problems worth solving. The version of you that did not need to be convinced. That version did not disappear overnight. It was replaced, one comfort at a time, one convenience at a time, one small surrender that felt completely reasonable in the moment it was made. This video is about what happened to that version of you, and the only thing that has ever brought him back. The human brain was not designed for this, not for the level of ease that modern life provides, not for the absence of friction, not for instant everything, not for a world where almost every discomfort can be removed in seconds by reaching for your phone. The brain was designed for a world where things were hard, where food required effort, where warmth required work, where almost everything worth having had to be earned through sustained resistance. And in that world, the brain developed a system that produces drive, focus, and ambition specifically in response to difficulty. The harder the environment, the sharper the man. Not because difficulty is romantic, because the brain only produces its best chemistry, the dopamine, the focus, the sustained motivation, when it believes that effort is required. When effort is not required, when everything is easy, when every need is met before it becomes uncomfortable, the brain stops producing those chemicals at the level it was designed to. It has no reason to. You have given it no reason to. And the result is not dramatic. You do not become stupid. You do not become broken. You become a slightly duller version of yourself. A version that still functions, still goes through the motions, still does what is required, but has quietly lost access to the part that used to want more. Here is how it happened. Not in one decision, not in 1 year, in 1,000 small ones. You stopped taking the stairs because the elevator was right there. You stopped cooking because delivery was faster. You stopped sitting with boredom because your phone was always in your pocket. You stopped tolerating cold because the thermostat was one tap away. You stopped pushing through discomfort in training because rest felt reasonable and there was always tomorrow. None of these decisions felt like surrenders. Each one felt like efficiency, like self-care, like common sense, and they were, individually. But collectively, they trained your nervous system to expect ease. And a nervous system that expects ease does not produce the chemistry of ambition. It produces the chemistry of maintenance. Just enough to get through the day, just enough to meet the minimum, just enough to stay comfortable. And comfortable is not the same as alive. If you are still watching, subscribe right now. Because what I am about to tell you is not a list of things to add to your morning routine. It is the actual mechanism. The reason why certain men in the same circumstances as you, with the same resources, the same time, operate at a completely different level. And it has nothing to do with discipline as a personality trait. Hit subscribe. Stay with us. The brain responds to one thing above everything else: demand. When you place demands on your own body and mind, real demands, not comfortable ones, the brain responds by producing exactly the chemistry you have been missing. Not because you forced it, because you gave it a reason. This is why the man who trains before sunrise does not just become physically stronger. He becomes mentally different. Not because training is magical, because training is a demand. And the response to that demand, the focus, the drive, the sense that you are capable of more, spills into every other area of his life. This is also why the man who removes every friction from his life does not just become soft physically. He becomes soft in his thinking, in his tolerance for difficulty, in his ability to stay present when something gets hard. Comfort compounds, just like discipline compounds. The question is which one you are currently building more of. You do not need to become an ascetic. You do not need to throw away your comfortable bed or eat nothing but rice. You need to introduce deliberate demand back into your daily life, not as punishment, as recalibration. 3 specific practices. The first, choose cold over warm once a day. Cold shower, cold water, cold morning. Not because cold is magic, because choosing discomfort when comfort is available trains your nervous system to stop treating ease as the default setting. One decision a day that says, I can tolerate this. I do not need it to be comfortable. The second, remove one convenience from your week. Cook instead of ordering. Walk instead of driving. Sit with boredom instead of reaching for the phone. Not permanently. Not as a rule. As a practice. A weekly reminder that you are capable of doing things the harder way and that doing them that way produces something the easy way never will. The third, finish something that you want to stop. Not because stopping is wrong, because the moment you want to stop is exactly the moment where the recalibration happens. The brain learns what you are capable of by watching what you do when doing it becomes uncomfortable. Every time you stop at the first sign of resistance, the brain registers that as your limit. Every time you push past it, the brain registers that as your new baseline. Repeat that enough times and your baseline changes. Not dramatically, not overnight, but in the direction that produces the version of yourself you are currently trying to find. Modern comfort is not going away. You are not going to move to the wilderness. You are not going to live without heating. You are not going to become a different kind of person by rejecting the world you live in, but you can refuse to be fully absorbed by it. You can introduce friction deliberately. You can place demands on yourself that the world no longer places on you. You can choose every day in small ways to be the kind of man who does not need things to be easy to do what needs to be done. That version of you is not gone. He was never gone. He has been waiting, quietly, patiently, for you to stop making things so comfortable that he never has to show up. Give him a reason. If this video gave you something, subscribe. This channel is for the men who are serious about what they are building. New video every week. Hit the bell. Stay with us. Stay cold. Keep building.